Hello, friends. Grace Millsap here. I use she, her pronouns. In just a moment, we'll do a little bit of a asana practice. And this month, it's all in reverence and honoring Mental Health May. Mental health is something that's very near and dear to me because it's definitely something that I have struggled with most of my life. And yoga, meditation, along with a licensed therapist and other professionals, have definitely helped me steer my grace ship in better directions than maybe I would have done on my own. And the most valuable practice that I can share is that of the breath. I have lungs on my arm as a reminder to breathe. There's a little pause symbol in there that you may or may not be able to see, but it's that opportunity to pause with whatever's happening in life and remember to breathe. I had asthma as a kid, so learning how to breathe was one of the biggest obstacles for me when I first started doing yoga. So I always come back to this practice and reverence and importance of breath again and again. So let's do a little movement. And so today you could totally do this entire practice simply lying down on your belly or on your back or any other way that feels good, and just do the breath. And perhaps your mind takes the shapes, and there's research that supports that even if we're doing the poses in our mind, the same parts of our brain will light up as if we were doing them physically. So permission to do a lot less in today's practice. And we'll actually start off lying on our bellies, and permission to support yourself and your anatomy in whatever way is most supportive. And as we come onto our bellies, we can leave our feet wide apart to give more space for our back, or bring them in more closely. I bring my forearms to the floor and create a little pillow. So this is crocodile pose, Markrasana. And you may want to use a blanket or some other props, or maybe even make little fists with your hands, but finding a place where your ribs and belly are pressing into the floor to where you can be comfortable in this position. And we'll start by taking a big breath in and a big breath out. And take a scan of your body from head to heel, taking any adjustments, movements, or modifications you need to settle in more softly. Scan any thoughts percolating or rotating through your mind. And then bring your attention to your breath. And just for a moment, simply notice yourself breathing. There's nothing to change or fix. We're simply noticing the places of ease, the places of jaggedness, the places where the breath hiccups and flows. And then start to breathe into your low, low belly. Exaggerating your inhale, and you can press your belly into the ground. And continue to breathe, maybe pressing the rib cage. And then exhale, draw belly to spine, and notice the little bit of space that's created between belly and floor. Do that again, breathing and pressing the belly, the ribs into the floor. And finding the release. And take a few more of these deep, deep belly breaths. And if you're having trouble finding this connection, it's okay. Knowing that it's enough to simply bring our awareness to our belly in this moment. Few more intentional breaths. Gonna keeping your breath just as big. Slide your hands next to your shoulders or maybe ribs. Tuck your toes, breathe in, and breathe out. Lift back and come into child's pose. And we'll keep this moving. Inhale, coming forward, right into table. Exhale, sinking back. Child. Good, now this time, inhale first, then start to move your body forward. Table. Exhale, belly to spine, hips to heels. Child's. A few more just this way. Breathing in, coming forward. Breathing out, sinking back. And permission to keep your flow simple with these two shapes, or add in a downward facing dog. Tuck the toes, lift your hips. But keep it flowing. Breath first. Inhale, table. Exhale, then finding child's pose. Breathing first. Body and movement second. And coming back to tabletop. Just take a few moments and movements here. Wag your tail. Cat and cow. Or any other weird, funky movements that feel like a good time. Lead with breath, and whatever shapes or movements your body takes are an added bonus. Taking just a few more rounds of breath, creating balance and symmetry in our bodies. And come into a comfortable seat, and permission to elevate your hips on a block, blanket, pillow, whatever you've got. And taking our easy seat, Sukhasana, one shin crossed in front of the other. We'll breathe in, stretch both arms up to the sky. And breathe out, lean over to one side, hand to the floor, stretching through the top rib. And we'll just take this back and forth, and this always reminds me of some beautiful palm trees or oak trees moving in the wind. Leading with breath. And then pause to one side. Dropping your right hand to the floor, extending your left arm over your ear. And maybe you take some big circles with one direction. Your gaze can go down to your right hand. And then taking the circles in the other direction, you can bend your elbow to take these as well. That can lead to some fun little pops. Snap, crackle, pop. Good, and then take a moment, stretching the left hand over ear. Option to look up towards the sky. And back into center, taking just a moment to notice. Right versus left. Coming back through center and over to the other side. Left hand down, right arm over our ear. Big movements with our right arm, right shoulder. This will be a little different. And switching directions, taking the right arm the other way. And then pause for a moment, stretching the left or the right elbow over the ear. You can look up towards the sky. Center. Pause and rest. And place both hands on your side ribs, maybe giving yourself a little hug. And simply breathe into your palms. Fill your hands with your rib cage. Becoming aware of the shape changes that facilitate your breath. Releasing your hands, and you can switch the cross in your feet, giving the opposite shin on top. And this time we're going to breathe in and use the length in our side bodies to reach up a little taller. And breathe out, twist open to our left. Good, again, inhale, center, lengthen. Exhale, twist right. One more, breathe in. Let's actually take that one more round, coming through center, reaching a little taller. Twist. One more, in and out. Untwisting. And make our way back into our tabletop shape, sending our blocks to the side. Shimmy and swivel your hips and heart, taking movements. And then we'll all flip on over onto our backs, keeping our knees bent, lying on down. Draw your knees into your chest. And take little circles in one direction, then the other. Settle the low back into the floor. And placing your feet flat down to the floor. Wiggle your toe tips. And draw your right knee into your chest. Roll your right foot or ankle around one direction, then the other. Slide your hands to underneath your right knee. And move with breath, bend and straighten your entire right leg. And then find figure four, crossing your right ankle over your left thigh. Placing your left hand on your left pointy hip bone, right hand to your right knee. Then gently pulse your right knee closer and further away from you. Right foot stays flexed. And find a moment of stillness so you can keep pressing your right knee away, or maybe you lift your left foot, sliding your hands behind or on top of your left knee. Flex through your right foot and breathe. Listen carefully. Keep your right foot as it is as you place your left foot flat to the floor. Extend your arms out wide like a T. We'll take some dynamic twists, so breathe in, stay right here. Breathe out, drop both knees over to your right as you look over your left shoulder, lengthening through the left side. Inhale, come back to center. And exhale, drop both feet to your left as you look right. Again, inhale, center. Exhale, twisting right, looking left. Center. And twist. 2 more full rounds, moving with breath. Back to center. And extend your feet and arms out wide like a star, rolling your wrists and ankles around. And we'll take this to the other side. Bend both knees, feet tap the floor. And hug your left knee into your chest. Roll your left foot or ankle around one direction, then the other. Slide your hands behind your left knee. Bend and straighten your entire left leg. Move with breath. One more straightening. And cross over, figure 4. Start with some gentle movement of the left knee. Left hand pushes and gives. Then finding a little stillness. Option to lift the right leg, sliding the hands around or behind the right knee. Flex through your left foot and breathe. Release your right foot, keeping your left foot. Extend your arms out wide to the side, preparing for dynamic twists. Breathe in. Breathe out, drop your knees left. Look and lengthen to the right. Center. Drop your feet right. Look and lengthen left. 3 more full rounds. Final round, twisting left, then right. Center. And take up space like a star. And placing your hands on your heart and belly, or maybe giving yourself that gentle hug, arms crossed, hands to ribs. Relax the back of your heart and shoulder blades down to the ground. And if it's better to rest your upper arms and keep the same hands on the same ribs, that's another option. And simply breathe, filling your palms with your breath. And release any sort of holding on. Extending your arms and legs out wide. One more breath together. Let it go. We'll take just a few minutes of rest. Nothing to do but simply be. Breathe in. Breathe out. Waking up your body. Building up your breath. And coming back to life however you choose, moving and wiggling your body. And coming back up to a seat. Take your hands to your thighs and just give them a little squeeze. Feeling the solidness of you, being grateful for the power in your quads and thighs and all the places they've carried you. And checking out your calves, feeling the bones, the sturdiness of your structure. You can give your little feet a squeeze and love, remembering all the fabulous journeys they have taken you on. Squeezing our mids, maybe just giving them a little pat. Being grateful for all the organs that are contained within, both those that still remain and those that perhaps have been removed. And squeezing our ribs, gratitude for our lungs and those big strong ribs that keep them safe. Continuing to squeeze our shoulders, arms, biceps, just feeling gratitude for the strength in our arms, forearms. Gratitude for the wrists, hands, and fingers. And then gratitude for this lovely heart, chest, collarbones. Feeling the throat, the neck. And bringing your hands up to your head, and you can mess up your hair here, scrunching your fingers. Or maybe you just want to kind of rest them gently, just feeling the warmth of your own hands. And then our palms drop to our chest together in prayer. And keeping a little space between them so we're not squishing our hopes and dreams, a little space to breathe. Take a breath in. Send it out. I'm just taking these last few moments to notice body, breath, and mind. Remembering we are not our crazy thoughts. We are not the shortness in our breath, nor are we the tightness in our hips. We are all those things, and yet we are more. A moment of gratitude for all the things we're able to notice about our practice and ourselves. And a moment of gratitude for you, my friends, for showing up. Thank you so much for doing this asana practice. See you all very soon.